Hello everybody, how are you today? It's Mr. McGlinchey. How about we do some fun science experiments at home? Today we're going to do another experiment on buoyancy. I know a lot of you in the classroom have done your sink and float experiments. What floats and what sinks, right? Well, today we're going to do something a little different. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, for today's experiment, what we're going to need, I found a vase to use and filled it with water, a clementine, and a cloth, just so it doesn't get too messy. I'll wait here while you go get your supplies. So here we have our vase and our clementine. So here's my question. If I put this clementine in the water, do you think it will sink or do you think it will float? Clementines are pretty heavy fruit, right? It's a pretty heavy fruit. Well, I guess there's one real way we can find out, right? Let's put it in and see what happens. Do you have a guess? Will it sink or will it float? Well, it floats. What happens is our clementine has a nice way of spreading out the weight of the fruit, and it's able to sit on the water. What happens when we peel the clementine and put it in? Does that change? Will it sink now? Does it continue to float? Let's find out. I'm going to go ahead and peel my clementine. I've actually got 2 clementines ready to go. I've peeled one already. I'm peeling this one. I figure if one, see what happens when I put one in. Let's see what happens when I put 2 in. Okay? I'm going to put the clementine in and see what happens. What do you think is going to happen? I always wonder, what will happen? Are you ready? It makes you really think a little bit, right? Will it sink? Will it float? What's going to happen? All right, here we go. No more fooling around. I can't stand it when you're waiting for something and people start fooling around. It sunk. You know what? That second one wasn't supposed to sink. I must have done a bad job. Let me get them out, and I'll tell you why I thought the other one was going to float. Give me a second. So I got my clementines out. And I had done 2, or peeled 2, in the hopes that one would float and one would sink. This is the first one I did, and if you can see, I took everything out, and you can see the hole right through it. Now this is the other one I did, and I left the core in. I don't know if you could see this in the video, but it sat, and then it started to turn, and you could see bubbles coming out of the bottom. My idea was, if I had left the core completely intact, it would have formed a bottom that water couldn't get through, and it would have been buoyant. It would have spread the clementine's weight out over the water, and it would have floated. But in science, sometimes things don't go exactly as you plan. And honestly, that's one of the things I love about science. You have questions, and the only real way to get answers is to try them out. Why don't you try it at home and see if you get better results than I do? Come back and see me again. I hope you have a great day.